This is the story of the 1971 world champion Pittsburgh Pirates. But it really begins the year before, when the 1970 Buccaneers won the Eastern Division title of the National League. Remember that?
Well, here we are. Ninth inning and right into everything. Garrett pops it up off the third base side. Richie Hebner has one out. All right, here's Jones. Dave Justy working. One out. Pittsburgh leading 2-1. We are in the top half of the ninth. High fly, right field. Coming up fast is Bobby Clemente over toward the line. Getting under. Got it. Foul ball catch. And there are two away. Now the batter is Art Schinsky. Swinging a foul. No, first base. We got it. We got him. And the Pirates are the National League Eastern Division champions.
The Pirates had done it that year, won a division title, and they did it the hard way, without a 20-game winner and without a good number of players for a good part of the time. It's true, in the pennant playoffs, the swashbuckling Bucks went down swinging to the Big Red Machine. But something more important had been gained. A new era in Pirate baseball. A tough young club had won a rugged division fight. And the brash Buccaneers of Pittsburgh had established themselves as a team with winning ways. General Manager Joel Brown had craftily built a colorful powerhouse with a bright and promising future.
I think we've got one of the finest farm directors and scouting directors in baseball, Harding Peterson. And as a result, we have kids like Keeson and Rennie Stinnett and some of Ramon Hernandez that came to our ball club from our minor leagues. And that's what you have a minor league director for, to head up a good department and a good scouting staff that Pete also heads, to provide you with the talent to give you a succession of good young players coming up. And it isn't luck. It's hard work and perseverance and I think good judgment on the part of your scouts.
It didn't take long to prove it. And so here on opening day at Three River Stadium on a cold and a dreary day, Doc Ellis trying to put one in the hopper for the Buccos. It's a big crowd, around 38,000 people. And the Bucks leading by the score of 4-2 with 2 down and on for the Phillies here in the top half of the ninth inning. So Doc Ellis now, 1 out to go, and he'll have that big one in the hopper. Ellis reading the sign now from Sanguin into the windup. Here comes the pitch. In there for a called strike to Don Money. Outfield a little bit around to the left side on Money. He can pull the ball. He was obtained by the Phillies from the Pirates in the big trade that brought over Jim Bunning. 4-2 Pittsburgh here in the top of the ninth. 2 out and none on. Chris Short on the hook for this one if Ellis can get this one away. Now Doc checks in for the sign again. Here's the pitch to Money. Swings and there's a towering foul up along first base. Bobby Robertson drifting over into the right and getting under. He got it and the Buccos win it by the score of 4-2. The Bucks get away winging here at Three River Stadium on opening day, and the Pirates 4 runs, 7 hits and no errors. Philadelphia 2 runs, 8 hits and 4 errors. Doc Ellis all the way for the victory, and Chris Short goes the route to lose the ballgame. As April rolled on, it became apparent to all that the Pirates were out to play ball, and nobody said it better than Willie the Stard. Come on now, Will, let's spread some chicken on a hill. Here comes the pitch. Stargell swings. There goes a long drive, right field, deep she goes. You can kiss it goodbye. Home run, Willie Stargell. So Willie the Stard steps in now. Takes a good look around, outfield, swung around to the right. Deep in the outfield is the right fielder, and he can't play high enough if Willie gets his pitch. Here she comes. Stargell swings. There goes a long drive, deep right field. You can kiss it goodbye. 11 homers in 30 days. That's some hitting in anybody's book. So was this. So the Bucks have the Giants now in deep trouble. 4 runs are in here in the 8th inning. Richie Hebner's at third, Roberto Clemente at first, and Charlie Fox has just come on now with Steve Hamilton to face Willie Stargell. Hamilton checks his runners, comes down the slot, and he's outside and low ball 1. Ball 1 and no strikes to Willie Stargell. 4 runs in, 2 men are out. Now Hamilton again checks the runners, comes from the belt, and in there on the corner with a slider. 1 ball, 1 strike to Willie Stargell. Bucks 4 runs in, trying to put it away here against the Giants. Hamilton, 1 ball, 1 strike to Willie Stargell. Runners at first and third, 2 men down. Here comes the pitch. Willie swings, and there goes a long drive, deep right field, going back.
first at bat in the major leagues was against Stu Miller. Dick Stewart told me when I was going up to pinch hit, he said, "Don't feel bad when you strike out." And I did.
By the middle of May, the battling Bucks had won 24 and lost 17, but were one game behind the amazing Mets and the St. Louis Cards. Something had to be done about that. Roberto Clemente came up with an answer. If you can't hit them outside, hit them on the inside. All right, in the third now, Bobby Clemente standing in. Arriba. Bucks trying to pour it on the Reds here. And Clemente's been on a real batting spree of late. Here comes the pitch. Bobby swings, and there goes a long drive into dead center field. Going back for it is Bradford. He'll not get it. It's off the wall, and the ball bounces away from him. Now Bobby turns it on. Around second base he goes on his way to third. Bradford having trouble picking up the ball. Now he's got it, fires it into the relay man, Concepcion. Clemente's around third. He's on his way. Here comes the throw. Bobby slides safe and inside the park. Home run for Clemente. Up until now, the Bucks had been playing without Danny Murtaugh's hand at the helm, and Bill Verdon had been filling in as the manager. But on June the 6th, the old master returned to uniform and had obviously lost none of his touch. Well, that's it. It's all over. And what a time Danny Murtaugh picked to come out of the hospital and lead his troops to a victory. And the Buccos struggling to win and finally did it by the score of 9-8. Cash and Hebner, Stargell, and Sanguin each weighing in with 3 base hits. Stargell and Cash had home runs, and it's a good thing they did. And Danny Murtaugh had to use 4 pitchers before he could go home with a victory. Hardly a breather for a man just out of the hospital. Remember the day Doc Ellis found his batting eye and proved it doesn't always pay to walk a heavy hitter in order to get to a pitcher? Well, we do. Well, the Cardinals' Reggie Cleveland has been having his problems. In the second, he hit Bobby Robertson with a pitch. Then Sanguin doubled Bobby to third. Gene Alley was purposely passed, and Doc Ellis weighed in with a base hit up the middle to drive in 2 runs. Now, here we are in the 4th inning. Bobby Robertson has led off with a single, and again Sanguin has come up with a big base hit, a double. And Gene Alley is now being purposely passed. And that'll bring up Doc Ellis. Remember now, Doc, with a bases-loaded single, back in the 2nd inning, drove in 2 big runs after they walked Gene Alley to get to him. So here they are again. So Doc standing in there, and the first pitch to him, low and inside, ball 1. Buccos with the bases loaded. Doc Ellis, a switch batter up there right-handed. Here comes the pitch. Doc swings. There's a ground ball hit down slowly toward third. Joe Torre charges, comes up, can't make the play, and Ellis has another run batted in the ballgame. Most teams, when they're down 4 runs in the last of the 9th, are apt to slacken off just a little bit. But not the Buccos. Just ask the Expos. Well, Montreal continues to really hang tough. The Bucks scored 4 in the 9th inning to tie it, so here we are in the 11th, and the game is 8-8. The Buccos have 1 out now. Klein's still at third base. Score tied here, 8-8 in the 11th inning. Davy Cash steps in. And the first pitch to him is blown away, ball 1. Now the infield again remaining up. Here's Cash, swings, and there's a drive hit up the middle, and it's all over. The Buccos pull another one out of the fire, and they'll win it 9-8. How do you measure the value of Stargell to the Pittsburgh Pirates? With a long tape. That's how. Now here in the 5th inning, the Bucks battling Montreal. Stoneman is out and Howie Reed is on as Willie Stargell stands in. Reed, a big tall fellow, likes to pitch straight over the top. Comes down, Stargell takes inside for a ball. So it's the 5th inning now. Bucks battling here with Montreal. As I said, Stoneman is out of the ball game. Howie Reed is on. And the next pitch, a slider, blown away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Willie the Starge. Fans edging around here now. They'd like to see Willie spread some chicken on the hill. Ball 2, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Stargell swings. There goes a long drive, high and deep to right field. It's going. You can kiss it goodbye. That little baby went up into the top deck. 4th row of the seats. There's never been one hit that far before at Three River Stadium. On June 25th, the Bucks were 3.5 games on top in the Eastern Division, and a super sub by the name of Jackie Hernandez seemed intent on stretching it out. Bucks lead the East by 3.5 ball games, and here in the 3rd, in Philadelphia, Sanguin is led off with a single to center. Jackie Hernandez is now up. Palmer checks his runner. Here's the pitch. It's in low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Jackie Hernandez, you know, brought over from Kansas City in the off-season trade by general manager Joe Brown, has played exceedingly well over there at the shortstop position. Palmer checks again, and here comes the pitch. There's a long drive hit deep to left field. You can kiss it goodbye. Hernandez is in with a home run, and the Bucks go on to win 14-4.
I think I'm a little more relaxed at the play, and I concentrate myself a little more. I don't know if it's because the ball club or because we have so many good hitters in the ball club. Mm-hmm. I think, for being playing with a ball club like this, I think it helped me a lot, I'm much stronger than what I was doing spring training.
In mid-June, the Pirates ran into pitching problems, and at one point, plagued by injuries, the available staff was down to 6. Pirate fortunes hung on the strong right arm of reliever Dave Justy, who appeared in 22 of the Pirates' first 56 games. Then on July the 8th, a kid by the name of Bruce Keeson came to the rescue. Well, young Bruce Keeson is on his way to his first victory if he can hold the Reds in check, and he's struggling right now. He was 10-1 at Charleston. Been pitching very strongly, but these Reds can be mighty tough. With 2 out here in the 8th inning and the Bucks on top, Pete Rose base hit to right, and George Foster singled up the middle, and Lee May drew a base on balls on 4 pitches. Danny Murtaugh has sent Don Osmond out to the mound as Tony Perez comes to the plate. So Keeson, understandably nervous, in a big start for him. He wants that first one in the worst kind of a way. Pitch now to Perez is in low, ball 1. Bases loaded, Cincinnati really threatening. Dave Justy heating up in that bullpen, ready to come in a whale of a hurry. And it's low and inside, ball 2, 2-0. And the crowd beginning to stir a little bit. They want the youngster to win, but they also want the Pirates to beat the Reds. And his next pitch is nowhere near the plate, ball 3. 3-0 to Tony Perez. Rose at third, Foster at second, Lee May at first. 3 balls, no strikes. Into the windup is Keeson. He's low and outside, ball 4. And that's going to be all for Bruce Keeson. He gets a great hand from the Pittsburgh fans as he trudges off the mound, and Dave Justy comes in. On July 6th, a great star passed 2 milestones in his career as a Pirate and as a player. As usual, he did it in style. Well, Doc Ellis is after his 12th win in a row, and Bobby Clemente has 2,799 hits, and his next one will be another milestone. And how many do you think he has? Well, you can bet he has a ton. Here comes the pitch. Bobby swings, and there's a little blooper hit out into right field. Pete Rose is charging up. Dives, he can't get it. The ball gets beyond him, goes all the way to the wall. Bobby Clemente has the base hit. He's around first, on his way to second. Rose is going back to get the ball. It'll not be in time, and Bobby Rose into third with a triple. Hit number 2,800 for Roberto Clemente. Right after the All-Star break, the old gunner fell ill, and General Manager Joel Brown took over the play-by-play.
Here's Maz up there with a Sachs Jam. As Rosie Rosewell used to say, FOB, full of bucks. 1 man out. Bottom of the 5th, 6-6. First pitch from Crothers. Line drive. Hit it, Spire. He drops the ball. Everyone's safe. Perfect double play ball. Hit the Spire's left. Hit hard. With a nice bounce, and Spire overran it. Dropped the ball. Everybody's safe. Run scores. Sanguin comes in from third. Alley moves to third from second. Sands to second, and Maz, of course, safe at first. Pitching from the windup. There's a ground ball to second base. Out at second. Safe at first. I tell you now, you can beat team speed. That little Davalillo flew to first base. The ball was perfectly handled by Fuentes. Made a good throw to Spire, who made a good throw to first base. No delay in the play. But Davalillo really got down the line and gave us another run.
Bing Crosby.
Score is 2-0, starting the first half of the third, in favor of the Phillies. Got 1 strike on Ron Stone now. Bob Moose is doing a little gardening out around the mound there. Set now, looking for a signal. And here comes the pitch. Strike 2 called. Beautiful change of pace. Took a little off of it. Hoping we can pull out a victory here in honor of Pie Trainer. Pitch to Ron Stone. High pop fly. I think the third baseman's got a play on it. Yes. Cash is under it. He's got it. That's 1 out. Gamble. 3-2 now. Ground ball. First base. Oliver has it. He tosses to marvelous play. He called him safe. Oliver made a great stop of the ball. Field was over there in plenty of time, but this Oscar Gamble can really ramble. It was a very close play. Could have gone either way, I thought, from up here. Wasn't a hard hit ground ball, but it was hitting the opening between first and second. Oliver had to go a long way to his right to get the ball. It wasn't too hard hit, and Gamble was rambling, and Field was over there in plenty of time, I thought.
Defense, they say, is the name of the game. But the first triple play of 1971 in the National League didn't come until July the 9th. And who do you suppose pulled it off? So here we are in the 7th inning in Atlanta, and they're threatening. The Braves have King at second and Sonny Jackson at first base, and Foster the batter. Ellie Browse checks the sign. Here's out to second for the runner. Comes down with a pitch to low and inside, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes, nobody out. 2 and on for the Atlanta Braves here in the 7th inning. Browse again set with his pitch. Comes over the top with a curveball that misses inside. It's ball 2. 2 and 0. Well, this inning opened up with King getting out there on base, and Jackson drilled him up into second. And so with Foster the batter, 2 balls, no strikes. Nelson Browse again ready. Here comes the pitch. Foster swings, and there's a ground ball hit down to Hebner. Steps on third, over to Cash for 2 to throw to Robertson. 8, simple play. As the weather warmed up, so did the Bucks. And on July the 15th, with the Padres in town, the Pirates proved again it's never too late to come from behind.
Score tied 3-3 in the bottom of the 17th. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coombs into the windup in the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, driven deep to right field. You can kiss it goodbye. Oh, baby, did he hit that baby out of sight. He cremated it. And the Buccos, we had them all the way.
By mid-season, the Bucks were riding high, wide, and handsome. 11 games up in the Eastern Division and winning, and winning. Like the day they stretched their winning streak to 11 in a row on a wicked one-hitter by Luke Walker. Well, this is a tense moment here at Pittsburgh. You know, Bobby Moose came the closest of anybody to ever pitch a no-hitter. He went 7 2/3 innings against Houston, and Julio Gotay, of all people, broke it up over at Forbes Field. Thus, when the Buccos closed down Forbes Field, there had never been a no-hitter pitch there. And now Luke Walker knocking on the gates of destiny here in the 9th inning. He has just 3 outs to go to record the very first no-hitter ever pitched in the city of Pittsburgh. Walter Alston sends up his rookie Joe Ferguson to lead off the 9th for the Dodgers. Walker has his sign. Here comes the pitch. It's swung on. There's a long drive hit deep to left field, and you can forget the no-hitter. Not all of the superlative pitching was on the Pirates' side of the scoreboard in the 1971 season. One unforgettable day, the mighty Buccaneers learned a lesson from an old pro. Now, here comes Willie Stargell. And here's where you wonder with mixed emotions. Should Stargell hit his 40th homer and break up the no-hitter, what will be the reaction? Stargell is 0 for 2. 1 out from a no-hitter, Bob Gibson. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. You can tell the fans are for Gibson. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 pitch. Ducks away inside, 1-1. One out away from a no-hitter, Bob Gibson. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. 11-0. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A no-hitter. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. He got it. Gibson. They're tearing them apart down there. And the Pittsburgh fans are giving them a standing ovation. Holy Toledo. Only the second no-hitter ever pitched in Pittsburgh. 1907, Nick Maddox did it against the Dodgers in Exhibition Park, and now none at all at Forbes Field. And that, my friends, tells you the story. So he ends it up with a blaze of glory, his 10th strikeout, and he has thrown his first no-hitter himself And the final score, the Cardinals 11, the Pirates nothing. And then a young pro showed what he could do. Richie Hebner was hospitalized, and little-known Rennie Stennett came up from Charleston to plug the gap. Dave Cash moved from second to third, for Pagan was also lost to the team, having suffered a broken arm. With his chance to play, Stennett went on an 18-game hitting spree, highlighted by his first Major League home run. So here now against Montreal. Score tied 5-5 in the sixth inning, one away, and Bruce Keeson on first. He's been there on a base on balls. Rennie Stennett standing in. The youngster's been red hot. The Buccos, I don't know where they'd be without him. Stoneman checks his runner, sends a sinker low, ball one to Stennett. Score tied 5-5. Keeson on at first base. And the one ball, no strike pitch to Stennett. Swung on. There goes a long drive. Hit deep to left field. That ball has a chance to get out of here. It is gone. You can kiss it goodbye.
Most of all, I'm a bad ball hitter, but I'll hit the strikes too, just as well. So I look for the ball close around the plate to hit. I understand here in the major leagues, I can, wait and get a good pitch to hit. But to me, the umpire is not much different from the minor leagues. They have called some balls that I think that was a ball. They call it strikes. So I just try to adapt myself to the pitchers and just, get base hit any way I can. Just like the same thing I was doing.
On September 13th and 14th, the Pirates had a two-game series with the Cubs at Chicago and won them both, while the Cardinals were dropping a pair. Then on the 15th and 16th, St. Louis came to Pittsburgh. The Bucs took two to go in front by 9.5, and that just about clinched the Eastern Division title for the second year in a row. Well, fans, you'll remember on the 13th and 14th of September, the Buccos beat the Cubs two very big ball games, while the Cardinals were losing two. So the Pirates, by winning yesterday, now have increased their lead to 8.5 games. And they're 1 out away from pushing the Cardinals back to 9.5, which will all but put them away. Bucs leading here by the score of 6-1. Luke Walker's been relieved by Ramon Hernandez, and what a job this left-hander's been doing for the Buccos. Dal Maxfield stands in. Pitch by Hernandez, swung on a fly ball, hit into the short right field. Bobby Clemente comes charging up. He's under. He's got it, and the magic number has been reduced to 3. With the Cardinals all but eliminated, it was simply a matter of time when the Pirates would wrap it all up. And that day came on September the 22nd in a typical team effort, and with Dave Justy again in relief.
The Dodgers, as I mentioned already, have lost. Joe Hay, the only man now between Justy and this win. Palm ball swung on and missed, strike one. Boy, Dave has been letter perfect in this ball game so far with that slip pitch of his, the palm ball rather. Toy at first, the 0-1 pitch ripped off the first base side. Robertson's got it. He's going to take it unassisted. The Pirates have captured their second consecutive Eastern Division title.
And so they had done it again. And again they had done it the hard way, without a 20-game winner, and with a host of injuries to plague them. But when one player faltered, another stepped in to take up the slack. So who's afraid of the big bad Giants? Even though San Francisco had badly mauled the Pirates all season long, it would soon be evident that the Buccos had... The San Francisco Giants were the only team in the National League that held an edge over the Pirates in regular season play. The Bucs lost 5 consecutive games in Candlestick Park, and game number 1 of the championship series was no different. Score, Giants 5, Pirates 4. Then in the second game, Bob Robertson found his home run swing, and the tables were turned. Robertson on a slasher down the right field line, and it's going out down near foul. Now let's see what it's going to do. Kingman leaps for it and can't get it, and I think they're going to call it a home run. Kiss it goodbye. It bounced off his glove and went on over the right field wall. And Robertson's first homer has tied it up.
Bobby Robertson, the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball to left center field. This one's deep. Mays looking. It is going, gone. Home run. Number 3 in this ball game by Bob Robertson. What a day he's having.
In the third game of the championship, Richie Hebner joined the home run act. Now Richie Hebner. Well, he gave one. Do you suppose he can grab one? How about a ding-a-ling? He giveth and he taketh away. He hits one out of here now. This would be some kind of pandemonium. And why not? Here's the 1-2 pitch from Marichal. And there's a ball hit deep to right field. Back goes Bobby Bonds. And he can't get it. Kiss it goodbye.
giveth and he taketh. And he just gave us the lead on a home run. His first in the series. Bobby Bonds leaped high, and it just got over the glove. And the Pirates lead 2-1.
Steve Blass and Gaylord Perry, the first game pitchers, were back on the firing line for game number 4. Blass gave up 5 runs in 2 innings before being relieved by Bruce Keeson. He and Dave Justy shut the Giants out for the remainder of the game. 3-run homers by Hebner and Oliver put the game on ice and started the celebration.
Hernandez off second and Mazeroski off first. The outfielder around to the right on Hebner. Left fielder Henderson very much over to his left. Now the look in the 0-2 pitch, and there's a ball hit very deep to right center. Way back she goes, whistling goodbye. Eyeball now, 5-5. Well, right now, Oliver, who's 0 for 3, is in a very key situation. 2 on, 2 out. Slow pause to the belt, the pitch. And there's a ball hit very deep to right field. You can kiss it goodbye. Oh, did he plant that little baby?
Bob Johnson's here. What's your emotions right now? You came from the Mets, you went to Kansas City, and you're over here. What are your thoughts at this moment? I know how to get traded. Dave Cash, what stands out most in your mind this year?
The fact that we put it all together and we will represent the National League in the World Series. And that has to be the ultimate goal because that's what everyone plays for, is to get to the World Series.
Here's Willie Stargell here. We'll talk to him.
Hopefully I can do my thing in the World Series. I've never been in one, and I can't express how thrilled I am.
Richie Hebner.
This is beautiful. I thought yesterday was beautiful, but today is double beautiful, if you can believe that.
Gene Klein's
Well, now, this is one of the most happiest moments of my life. I was glad we won it because today is my birthday, and 24 years old, and I'm just so glad that we won today.
The Pirates had won their second pennant in 11 years, and now it was on to Baltimore for the World Series. The World Series, shades of 1960. Remember that?
Here's a swing and a high fly ball going deep to left. This may do it. Back to the wall goes Berra. It is over the fence, home run. The Pirates win. Ladies and gentlemen, Mazeroski has hit a 1-0 pitch over the left field fence at Forbes Field to win the 1960 World Series for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Mazeroski's magnificent homer in the last inning of the last game of the 1960 World Series between Murtaugh's Pirates and Stengel's Yankees capped what one sports magazine described as the weirdest, wackiest World Series ever. Could the Pirates pull it off again? This time against the Baltimore Orioles, a team with 4 20-game winners. A team that had won the last 15 games it had played. A great defensive team led by Brooks Robinson. The Pirates took the field at Baltimore's Memorial Stadium before 53,299 fans for the first game of the series and tore into the Orioles for 3 unearned runs.
Now he throws the bunt. Back to McDowell. He comes to home plate. Throws under Hendricks at just time. And the runner is safe at home. And down to second goes Fernandez. And we have 2 errors in 2 plays. And it's 2-0. Pittsburgh. And here is Dave Cash, who lined to Redmond to start the ball game. Pirates 2. Orioles nothing. We're in the top of the second. Talk about the Pittsburgh power. They have scored without a base hit. Cash hit the first pitch he saw. Make that the second. Hits the first pitch this time. Drive to right center field. Around comes Hernandez on his way home, and it is 3-0 as Cash delivers a single to right center field, hitting the first pitch.
It didn't take long for the Orioles to bounce back. Frank Robinson, architect of 503 home runs, tagged 19-game winner Doc Ellis to make the score 3-1 Pittsburgh. And then in the 3rd inning, Merv Redmond sealed the Bucks' fate with this blast to left.
Langer at second. Buford at first. 3-1 the score. Van Gien tossed to Ellis. Now caught back behind the plate. Redmond 0-1 steps in. Ellis ready. Throws another breaking pitch. Line drive. Deep left field. Darko goes back. Looking up. It is gone. Baltimore takes the lead. 4-3.
Sure, we lost the first game, but it was close. A lot closer than the second game turned out to be. 14 singles against 6 Pirate pitchers bounced off Oriole bats, and the final score, 11-3. 2 up, 2 down, and not too good. In fact, very, very gloomy. And indeed, the experts wrote the Pirates off. But now the Bucks would be coming back to the tartan turf of fabulous Three River Stadium. There was a difference in game number 3. The Orioles' bat suddenly fell silent, and the Pirate pitching began to take shape.
Cash deep on the artificial turf. Robertson playing close to the line and deep. 1-2, and foul tip caught by Sanguillen. Strikeout number 3 for Steve Blass. The 9th man in a row is retired. Robertson plays back of Cuellar's lead now at first base. On the 2-2er, Buford takes strike 3. It shoot off the outside corner at Buford's belt. 4 strikeouts. Still 0-2 to Elrod Hendricks. Blass walked him in the 2nd on a 3-2 pitch and then struck him out in the 5th inning. Blass starts to fire. 0-2 zipped in. A changeup, fanned at, missed, dropped by Sanguillen. Then he makes the tag on Hendricks along the foul line. 5 strikeouts for Blass. 0-2 to Brooks Robinson. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Brooks Robinson strikes out.
You feel like you can just strike everybody out and you have to tone everything down. Of course, it's easier as you go along in the ball game because you lose just that little bit extra and you get to where you're used to throwing and where you can throw.
The Bucks needed only 2 runs to down the Orioles in Game 3. One came in the 1st inning, another in the 6th. And just to be sure the margin was enough, Bob Robertson, missing the sign, dumped what should have been a bunt over the right field wall for a 3-run homer.
The 1-1 to Robertson. High fly, deep right center. Way back is Frank Robinson. This is a home run. Bob Robertson, a 3-run homer to give Pittsburgh now a lead of 5-1. Way back over the 385-foot marker in the power alley in right center. Bob Robertson had not had a World Series hit. He had gone 0 for 9. And his first World Series base hit is a 3-run homer. It placed Clemente ahead of him plus Garza. A 3-run Robertson wallop also knocks out Mike Cuellar. And Earl Weaver is going to his Baltimore bullpen.
Game number 4 of the 1971 World Series was an historic event in 2 respects. It was the first series game ever to be played at night. And Roberto Clemente set off a rhubarb they're still discussing in downtown Pittsburgh.
Hit number 3 for the Pirates. They now have the tie run at first base with Hebner and bring up their most consistent swinger, Roberto Clemente. Hebner's lead will be with 1 out. Dobson looks to Hebner. Delivers Clemente. Here's a fly ball. Deep right. Headed for the wall. It is off the wall. No, it is called foul. It was off the wall and just to the right of the foul line. Called foul by the right field umpire, John Rice. And rushing out to right is the first base coach, John Leppard. Leppard now is really giving some lift to the right field foul line umpire Rice. Clemente took an outside pitch to the opposite field, right over the right field foul line, and then just as it hit the right field fence, it glanced to the right of the foul line and foul. Danny Murtaugh has now joined the argument between Don Leppard and the right field foul umpire, John Rice. Murtaugh continues to join the argument. The second base umpire, John Kibler, has also been called over by Leppard and additionally by Murtaugh. Leppard is now complaining to Kibler. Murtaugh is staying right by John Rice. And it's part of the argument vocally, but at the moment I don't believe heard by either Rice or Kibler, is the Pirate bullpen. Again, the first base coach, Leppard, raises his arm, looking out to the right field umpire, John Rice. And Murtaugh had started to go to the Pirate dugout and then turns around and goes back to his first base coach, Leppard.
But the spotlight was on youth in the Pirates' big night. 21-year-old Bruce Keeson, who was about to be married, pitched 6 1/2 shutout innings in relief. And another 21-year-old named Milt May, who had just been married, well, he just won the game.
3-3. May steps in. Robertson over at third base. Hernandez on the air on at first base. Eddie Watt with 2 outs can concentrate on May. Throws him a breaking pitch. It's down low. Ball 1. ready. Hernandez off at first. He's not going anywhere. Fastball out into right field, and it drops in front of Blair. Robertson scores the go-ahead run. And May delivers, and the Pirates lead 4-3.
And now the series was dead even. The Pirates had come back. They had momentum. And when they met the Orioles in the fifth matchup, a one-time bit player in 12th night at Chico State College stole the show.
Riles has shut the door in every inning thus far against Baltimore's bat. Riles has walked but one man, and that was Hendricks to begin the top of the fifth inning. So Riles strikes ahead of Blair at 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 away in the top of the ninth inning after the 2-out free ticket to Buford on 4 pitches. Riles on the 1-2, sets, throws. Here's a ground trickler well inside the bag at third. Pagan throws to second. The ball game is over. Pagan gets the fourth play on a toss to Cash on the sliding Buford. Pittsburgh wins Game 5 of the World Series 4-0. As it turned off, the leadoff home run by Bob Robertson in the Pirates' second inning was all that Nellie Briles needed as he pitches a 2-hit shutout.
I really feel that a pitcher, when he goes out to the mound, needs to be a poised individual, first of all, and second of all, I think he has to be more the rock of the field, because a lot centers around what you do, and if you can instill others' confidence in you, I think it just gives a ball club a lift.
No team, after losing the first 2 games of a World Series, ever came back to take 4 in a row. But in 1971, the battling Bucks came as close as you can get. Roberto Clemente had tripled in the first inning, and when he came to bat in the third, he did even better than that.
Now here's Bobby Clemente, who has had, if there's ever been a vendetta, this might be it. Pitch to him from Palmer, and here's a ball hit very deep to right field. Going back for it is Frank Robinson. He's at the wall. He can't get it. It's gone for a home run. Bobby Clemente continues to totally annihilate Baltimore pitching.
Down 2-0, the Orioles battle back from the brink of oblivion when Don Buford tagged starter Bob Moose for a home run. Then in the 7th inning, with the Pirates only 7 outs away from a world championship, Dave Johnson stepped to the plate.
Dusty, right-hander, out of Seneca Falls, New York. Ready with a 2-2 pitch, and there's a ball pumped into short left field. Stargevich can't get to it. Here comes Belanger with a tying run as the throw goes into second. It's 2-2.
After that, Frank Robinson's old legs carried the day.
The Orioles only need a run, and it's all over. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Redmond not going. Ball is hit out to center field. Davalillo in short center field. Robinson tagged. Here comes the throw. It is up the line. Safe. We go to 7 games.
The 7th and final game. This was it. There was no tomorrow for either team. And all the Pirates and all the Orioles knew it. And Roberto Clemente knew it.
Here's Bobby Clemente. Bounced to short his first time up. Hit the screwball a mile in the left center field. It is going. It is gone. A home run for Clemente over the left center wall, 380 feet away.
Manny Sanguillen caught all 7 games and was a terror both at the plate and behind it. And he knew it.
1-2 pitch to Sanguillen is hit deep toward left center. Is going to drop in for the base hit. Looked like he hung a screwball up into his eyes, and he popped it. So Sanguillen has the second base hit of the ball game.
Jose Pagan knew it.
On a note of Pagan, who is 0 for 2 today. Starge alone at first base, none out in the Pirate 8th, and there's a swing and a drive center field. Bretman on his horse, going back. It is back near the warning track, bounces up against the wall. Stargell is on his way around third base. Bretman throws to the cutoff man, Belanger. Belanger throws on toward home. Hendricks waits it, cut off by Powell. 2-0, Pirates. Into second with a double goes Pagan.
Pitcher Steve Blass knew it.
The Pirates now 1 out away from a clubhouse celebration. The Orioles, picked by most to win the World Series, still are within a run. 1 swing of the bat can tie it up. But Steve Blass has allowed a total of 2 runs and 7 hits in 17 and 2/3 innings. Breaking pitch, slider over. The gun is in at third base and very close to the line, guarding against that extra base hit. Hernandez is over near second base. Big hole between third and short. One strike pitch to Redmond. Right up the middle. Hernandez is back at second base. Throws from there, and that's the series. Pittsburgh wins.
And the Pirates knew it.
Andy Murtaugh, let me step in here for just a moment. 1960, you performed the impossible, and you did it again. Congratulations here in 1971.
Thank you, Bob.
Steve Blass, who pitched such a great game. Steve, coming in here with Chairman of the Board, Mr. John Galbraith. Steve, I know you just can't express yourself emotion-wise. You're all wrung out.
I don't know what to say. This is the biggest thrill that could ever happen. I don't believe it. From a skinny kid from Falls Village, Connecticut.
Well, not so skinny out there. You showed them all there was to show them, Steve. And was there any one moment in that ball game that had you really worried?
There were several. One when they had the two men on, and then one hanging slider I threw to Davy Johnson that he popped up, but he missed the pitch. I can't believe how many people have this kind of an opportunity.
Well, you rose right to the occasion, and here with me right now, the greatest right fielder in the game of baseball, Roberto Clemente. Bobby, congratulations on a great World Series.
Thank you, Bob. And before I say anything in English, I would like to say something for my mother and father in Spanish. En el día más grande de mi vida, para los nenes, la bendición mía y que mi padre me eche mi bendición en Puerto Rico. Mr. and Mrs. Clemente, we love them too.
Yeah, we understood you. Now, here's the chairman of the board, Mr. John Galbraith. I know how thrilled you are, Mr. Galbraith.
I can't say anything other than magnificent. Just magnificent. Danny will do the talking.
Yes, and here's the president of the ball club, Danny Galbraith. Danny, well, as the president of the club, you now have come in like your father before you, 11 years before he won the championship as the president of the club. Now you're the president. I know that you can go home with this one and really feel happy.
Well, Bob, it's a great heritage to follow here with Dad. And the way these boys fought back, I think, shows the class of a real winner. And I'm so happy for all of them, as well as the folks back in Pittsburgh that have been supporting us all the way.
Now we have Bruce Keeson. And Bruce, you're going home now. You were a victor in one of the games here, and you're going home by the arrangements with the Baltimore Club of the chartered aircraft and a helicopter to get married tonight. Congratulations to you. It'll be a happy wedding night in a lot of ways.
All right, thank you, and thank you for everything you've done, too. You got a lot to do with it, I'm sure.
As in all World Series, there are many who are the unsung heroes. There are the Al Olivers, the Gene Kleins, the Dave Cashes. Al Oliver called upon to play center field and at first base. Kleins to roam from left to center to right. Cash to play brilliantly at second or move to third. All had a hand in the surging drive of the Pittsburgh Bucks. So that's the story of the 1971 Pittsburgh Pirates. Not a Cinderella tale exactly, but to the Pittsburgh fans, a thing of beauty. This was the team picked to win the 1971 pennant, but not the series. They did both, and as usual, they did it the hard way, in 7 games, just as the 3 Pittsburgh Pirate World Championship teams had done before them. Maybe that's what makes them so exciting and so difficult to match. They're young, and they're brash, and they're talented, and that's why you'll be hearing from them again. And there was another happy ending, too, for with the aid of a helicopter and a private jet, Bruce Keeson made it to the church on time.